This is TY back with another video, and we wanted to talk about the big fight that's coming up this Saturday between Terrence Crawford and Shawn Porter. Man, I'm very interested. I'm very excited about this fight, and I know it's like, man, you always saying every fight is 50-50, but hey, that's just my opinion. I think that it's just hard to tell, because you just don't know how a fight's gonna turn out. But I got a 50-50 fight. I don't know how this fight is going to play out. There's so many different scenarios that I can think of that could happen. It's just too many. But it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be this Saturday. Terrence Crawford and Shawn Porter for Terrence Crawford's belt. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be an exciting fight. I think it's going to be a very entertaining fight. I think it's going to be a close fight. Like I said, it can go a lot of different ways. It could go by Terrence Crawford, first of all, beating Shawn Porter by either a decision or it could be a split decision, And the reason why I would say it would be a split decision is because, Shawn Porter can make it real tough. I mean, he can make the fight really close. And that's one thing Shawn Porter can do is that every fight that he's been in, it's always you're gonna be in a hell of a fight, and it's gonna be a close fight. Even in his losses, all his fights have been close. The fight that he had with Errol Spence was close. The fight that he had with Keith Thurman was close. The fight he had with Kell Brook. I mean, he's been in there with everybody almost in the welterweight division. So it will be interesting, and also he can make it tough for Bud. He could go in there and rough up Terrence Crawford. He can go in there and, rough him up, hit him with some shots, do things that no other fighter has done to Bud. So, the fight could be close. But Terrence Crawford could still end up edging it out, and it could be by a split decision. I could also see Shawn Porter beating Terrence Crawford. I know, well, how do you see him beating Terrence Crawford? That's not gonna happen. Well, I can see it because it's just because of the things I just said. Shawn Porter has a style where he comes in there and he's just gonna make the night tough for you. He's going in there. He's gonna be aggressive. He's gonna be trying to dog you, man, basically the whole fight. And every single round, he's going to try to do that all night long. And, how is Terrence Crawford going to fare against a constant pressure fighter like that of Shawn Porter? That's going to be interesting to see, And maybe that might be too much for Bud. I could be that. Who knows, Who knows? And Shawn Porter could, like I said, he could win by decision. He could win by split decision. One thing that I'm gonna say here right now, man, I've watched a lot of YouTubers talk, at least the ones that I've seen, and one thing I have not heard, and one thing that you cannot count out is this fight could be a draw. This fight could be a draw. It could be close, super close to the point where it could be a draw. I mean, who knows? It could be to the point where the fight was very, very close. No knockdowns, no knockouts, none of that stuff. It's just a hard fought, fight, and it could go to a draw. Who knows? Do I expect some knockdowns? Do I expect a knockout? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of feel it. I kind of get this feeling where I'm like, man, I could see some knockdowns for sure. I definitely could see some knockdowns. I don't know. It could be a knockdown from either one. You know, I could see Terrence Crawford knocking down Shawn Porter. I could see Shawn Porter knocking down Terrence Crawford. It could be it could be one way or the other. But man, see, this is why this is a good fight, because, and this is why I say it's a 50-50 fight, because you really don't know how this fight is going to play out, because it can play out in so many different ways. It has so many different dynamics to this fight that you don't really know how this fight is going to play out in the end. I mean, who knows? I mean, Terrence Crawford could go in there and dog walk Shawn Porter and knock him out in 4 or 5 rounds. I mean, who knows? You know, Shawn Porter can do the same thing. So this is what makes, to me, that's what makes this fight very, very interesting to see, because, you know, it's just so many dynamics in this fight. You know, Shawn Porter, like I said, he has an aggressive style. Bud also, it has a style where he can do it all. You know what I'm saying? He can box you on the outside. He can bang a little bit on the inside. You know, he can switch. He can fight southpaw. He can fight orthodox. It's just a lot. You know, it is really a lot. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this fight plays out. Like I said, Shawn Porter has been in there in the ring with everybody almost. I mean, he's been in there, like I said, with Errol Spence, with Keith Thurman, with Kell Brook, with who else has he been in the ring with? He's been in the ring with Paulie Malignaggi. He's been in the ring with Andre Berto, Adrian Broner. He's been in the ring with who else has he been in the ring with? Danny Garcia. Like, he's been in the ring with a lot of guys in this weight class, man. He's got a lot of experience under his belt fighting top-notch fighters, you know. And he fought Ugas too. So that's another fighter he's fought. So he's fought a lot of guys. He's fought a lot of guys in this division. He's been in here for a long time. Crawford, you know, he's won a title at 135. Then he moved up to 140, and you know, he was undisputed at 140. You know, came up to 147 and beat Jeff Horn for the belt. Now he has the belt. He's defended his title a few times. He's beat Jose Benavidez. He beat Kell Brook. He beat Mean Machine. He's beat quite a few guys, you know. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight, and it's going to definitely be a telltale of these two fighters and where they're at. You know, if Shawn Porter wins, this is a huge win for him. This puts him, you know, he's already an elite welterweight. So that just, to me, I think that will put him back in that position to rematch Errol Spence again, if he gets, because then he has that belt. You know, if Terrence Crawford wins, well, we'll see what happens. You know, what you know, it depends on what Terrence Crawford wants to do. Does he want to fight Errol Spence, or what's he gonna do? I don't know. So it will be interesting to see what he chooses to do if he does beat Shawn Porter. But this is definitely a very, very interesting fight. I'm definitely looking forward to this fight, man. Because these are two elite welterweights in my eyes. And one thing I didn't mention was that, you know, some people consider Bud as pound for pound the best fighter in the world. So it's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, I'm excited for this fight. Definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be action packed. It's going to be close, and I really believe it's going to be a close fight. And I believe that the X factor is that I do believe in my heart that, you know, I do see some knockdowns. In my opinion, I do see some knockdowns. I can see a knockdown from both of them. And then the X factor that I also see is that this fight could be so close that it could be a draw. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? You know. But we'll see. We will see. We will see how this fight plays out. Like the video. Man, I forgot to say something. Yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below and let me know what you guys think. Who y'all think is gonna win? How y'all think they gonna win? Let me know. Comment down below. But like the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, and also like the video. I'm not playing. Like this video. But yeah. I'm just kidding. But anyhow, no, but seriously, do like the video. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's gonna be this Saturday, November 20th. It's gonna be good. Hopefully they bring their A games. I hope that they, are their best selves, and I hope that this fight, lives up to, it lives up, because I believe that this is an action-packed fight. I believe that these two guys, like I said, they're two elite welterweights that's in their division. Like I said, some people consider Bud as pound for pound best fighter in the world. Sean Porter is an elite welterweight. So this is a big fight for Bud, but this is also a big fight for Sean Porter too, because in all the big fights that he's been in, he's kind of came up short. So to me, I don't know where he goes if he loses to Bud. I mean, I don't know if he decides to retire. I don't know what he does. Does he move up to 154? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does. But yeah, let me know. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know, and then also comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Who y'all think is gonna win? How y'all think they're gonna win? Why you believe that they're gonna win that way, or in whatever way that you feel that they're gonna win? But let me know. I think that is it. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. But yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.